Hey guys, and welcome back to Super Mario Galaxy. It's time for the last galaxy of this particular dome, the engine room, just in case you'd forgotten. And this one is, I'd say, the bright, shining spark in a otherwise kind of dismal dome. This is Toy Time Galaxy, or will be, to get a little bit pedantic for a second.
Yeah, right at the moment you said that, it was just a little circle with a number 40 in it.
It seems so long ago now.
This is Galaxy number 40.
Damn, man. Ryan, I seem to recall you have some very disparaging comments about this one.
I don't like the way the theme is composed in this stage.
Really? Why not?
It's just the little whistles, they get on my nerves.
I agree that it's not my favorite version of Mario's overworld theme, but it isn't great in my ears. If that's a compliment worth anything.
Wow, you must really fucking hate the Double Dash soundtrack then.
It's one of those. It's kind of an odd duck in the Mario Galaxy soundtrack in the sense that it's not really all that great to listen to by itself, but it fits the level.
Yeah, in terms of like being context sensitive, it's fantastic. Now, kind of a colour overload here, especially in contrast with the light use of blues and greens of Sea Slide and just the overwhelming amount of golden browns in a Not Honey Hive. It's decent. It's quite garish. Some of the stars are kind of annoying, though. Why do I like this galaxy again?
It's very artificial.
Yeah.
Its color scheme. Well, yeah, I mean, it's like you're running around toys and all that.
It could have been built by the robots, actually, now that you point that out.
The Guillermos, as they're called. Well, I think we won't learn what their species are called until Galaxy 2.
No, they said it in the first guy. The first guy said it.
Oh, okay.
When I think of that, I think of Pushmo for the 3DS. Pretty neat little puzzle game. I think there's a sequel called Crashmo as well. Never got a chance to play it.
I actually really look forward to Toy Time Galaxy whenever I play the game, and that is in spite of knowing it is also the level in which Spring Mario is introduced.
We'll get to that, Lewis. Don't let forth the hate and the rage just yet.
I don't actually hate Spring Mario.
Well, why'd you bring it up in a negative context then?
It's kind of a... How do I put this? I have a love-hate relationship. I have a love-hate relationship with Spring Mario, and we're about to see Spring Mario, so I suppose now is the time to talk about it. When I can keep control of it, it's pretty fun. It just has this weird tendency to sometimes jump off in a direction I didn't mean because I let go of the controller in an on moment or something. And when that happens, it can scare the piss out of me.
You don't get much time to acclimatise to the physics of this thing. This is one of the most unforgiving levels in terms of bottomless pits.
Well, you want to explain to the audience how Spring Mario works, Tom?
Well, it goes the bouncy bouncy. You can hold the button to get a big bounce, and you go bounce.
Basically, there's no way to really stay still, as in keep stationary to a location. You can't just stop and bounce up and down in place, because whenever Mario bounces, he's going to move in some direction or another, because he doesn't just bounce up and down, he flips over with every bounce.
I think my least favorite part about Spring Mario is how he automatically bounces off walls when you're close to one, because that's a bit disorienting in my...
Well, it does make for some difficult situations if there's a wall that's close to a pit.
Yeah, close quarters platforming is where it's at its worst with Spring Mario. Generally, my opinion on Spring Mario isn't all that negative. You know, being able to bounce really high is pretty cool and all, even when you do have the option to ignore it most of the time if you really go with triple jumps and backflip wall jumps.
It's easily my least favourite power-up, though, mostly because you're always moving, and I just find that quite annoying.
Can I just say I would never have pegged this as a Bowser toy if the title didn't tell me it was one?
Yeah, this is like a really bad Chinese knockoff Bowser toy.
Like something you'd find at the dollar store.
right next to the green Sonic the Hedgehog Cheerios.
And the Obama Sonic backpack.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that isn't even the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a the weirdest cheapo thing I've ever seen in a store before. I swear to God, like my corner store, convenience store around the corner from my house, for a while, were selling packs of condoms with a Street Fighter hentai for a cover image, like straight up uncensored.
What the hell?
It was very disturbing, and it was like brazenly on display in their glass case and on the front of the cashier's counter. And I'm like, every time I went there, I just look at it and I'm like, oh, it's still there and nobody has said anything.
Somebody buy it, please.
And I'm like, no, I know, and it's kind of like, it's obviously a foreign bootleg box art stolen from a web search or something, but I just kept looking at this and feeling torn between saying something and not saying something, just to see how long it would take for someone else to say something.
Well, I did not expect this type of conversation when we came into the most child-friendly of galaxies. This seems to always happen with YouTube Let's Plays, I don't know why.
It's called irony. Okay, so you are going the Spring Mario route. It's easier, if a little more time consuming, but it is very possible to get to the top of the Mecha Bowser's head with just triple jumps.
I never noticed that extra spring mushroom behind the head. Just in case you get pipped by the laser, you don't have to backtrack all that way.
Nice. Yeah, I suppose so. It is somewhat satisfying to take this thing out. Well, you know, because earlier in this level, you take off one of the toy Bowser's arms off, which gave me the impression that you were going to dismantle this thing piece by piece. But no, it's really just one arm, and then you just destroy the entire thing in one fell swoop.
Oh, no need to torment him when he's armless.
It's like, I'm going to take your arm off, and then I'm going to blow you up. Don't ask why, I'm just going to take your arm off, but...
For the glory of the Gizmos.
No, Mario's actually secretly Quan Chi. He just rips your arm off and whacks you with it.
If you've ever wanted to know how Mario would fare at Shadow of the Colossus, you know now.
Ooh, another Shadow of the Colossus reference. We're getting to that at some point, right?
It's your channel.
I need to actually beat it.
Silence isn't a no. Maybe we could actually get Ted in for this one. People are actually starting to notice he's gone now.
I like how, when you're playing as Luigi, this mission's title turns into Luigi Meets Mario.
Well, yeah, because they don't want to seem that lazy. Now, two Luigis in a haunted mansion? That's fine.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah, screw you, train. I don't need a... What train?
The train is late.
This is another thing I like about Toy Time Galaxy in particular, is like, within 3 seconds of entering the level, you go down a completely different path on every mission.
Yeah, it is pretty fast in terms of like pacing and whatnot.
You know, the 10:05 was late. Now it's time to take the Mario 06. Oh wait, I'm sorry, that sounded wrong.
Oh yeah, ooh.
It feels like a completely different level every mission, and I appreciate that.
Do you appreciate the sunshine references?
Probably not, because I didn't notice any.
Well, you're running on a gigantic flood head right now.
Wait, really? Is that what this thing's supposed to...
That's the flash liquidizing ultra dowsing device to you pleb.
Is that what that's supposed to be?
Oh, Lewis.
I just thought it was a giant screw.
Well, it is, but...
The figure's a hole. The figure's a hole.
You're not looking at the bigger picture here.
Well, no, the bigger picture's too big to fit on my screen. I can only see about 1/5 of the bigger picture at a time. I always want, you know, at least like once every 2 times I play this game, I always wind up being exactly 1 star bit short on this stupid planetoid and running around waiting for a comet to show up to give me that one last star bit, and it turns out, no, you don't get to have an unlimited number of comets falling. Eventually they just do stop coming, and they always stop coming like one star bit away from me being able to feed the stupid hungry loon.
Well, looks like we're both gonna die now.
You mentioned, like, the Sunshine throwback with the giant floodhead. I like to think Toy Time as a whole is one giant shout-out to the platforms of plenty portions of Sunshine.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cause the psychedelic backgrounds and...
You know what I want to see a throwback to? A throwback to a Mario sprite that isn't the Mario 1 sprite.
It's the most iconic I see where they go with, you know? Because even, like the Mario 3 Small Mario sprite is pretty identical. And I guess the most detailed Small Mario sprite in the 8-bit era would be Mario 2 USA, which wasn't even a Mario game to begin with.
Do Mario purists hate the Super Mario World sprite to the same level that certain Sonic fans hate the Sonic 3 sprite?
Say what?
They're both vastly different.
Well, yeah, I know that. It's just the hate. I never heard of hate.
Some fans don't quite like the Sonic 3 sprite as much because they went with they tried to cram more detail into it, and I can sort of see how that would be off-putting given the way the sprite style was before.
I love it, and that's my opinion, and my opinion is final, so there.
Yeah, I mean, I never really saw the big deal. If it's a big deal to begin with. Actually, no, it's not.
With all these giant kitchen utensils, it puts me in mind of certain randomly generated dungeons in Pikmin. Pikmin 2, sorry. The first one did not have randomly generated dungeons. Stupid.
I like how the toy level randomly becomes the food level.
It's wax food.
How can you tell? Have you tasted it?
Still not a toy unless you're really desperate. I got a rock.
I got a cinnamon bun.
Now, you know, I got here at first, and I had no idea that it was even possible to wall jump with Spring Mario.
It's pretty awkward.
Yeah, until... up until now, you weren't really told that you can do that, unless you just got legitimately curious about it. Then again, I guess it's really only a matter of time before you decide to get the idea.
I have a question, and this is something Gareth said on Twitter. Is Hershey's chocolate really that disgusting to you people? It's like, what?
Well, he's from the South. We don't talk about those kind of people.
Well, no, it's like, is there chocolate in Britain that's actually that good that Hershey's chocolate tastes bad by comparison? Or what?
It's called the Governor's Delight.
Huh?
Tom, I demand you ship us this.
Was that too British that the lie just kind of cracked and fell in on itself?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Let's leave it that way. Ugh, there's a bit of white chocolate there. Never been a fan of that. Kind of makes me queasy.
I like white chocolate.
I like how you randomly get the ice stage music when you get to the snow cones and ice cream things.
Puddin' Pops!
They should just fucking play the friggin' magma music here, just to really throw you off.
Hot chocolate. There you go. I like a food level where the floor hazard is hot chocolate. Has it been done already?
Oh God, this part. I hate this part. This stupid part. How did you do that?
Hashtag this part, because I'm good, Lewis.
Pure Tom.
Pure and dumb.
How do you even aim a jump like that over those kinds of platforms?
I'm very good at pirouetting on the ice, let's leave it at that.
It's kind of it kind of eventually just comes with instinct. You know, it's kind of similar to the I remember in Crash Bandicoot 1, the high bridge levels where you have to jump between the broken bridge segments.
Yes, yeah. I usually just run on the ropes.
Once you you can do that too. But like once you start getting the jump, the run jumps going, you don't stop because you pretty much got it down pat.
I suppose.
It's just something that comes with feeling. That's the best I can put it.
It's just, I hate the narrow, slippery platforms, is all.
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's alright, we're past that now, Lewis. Let it go.
Yeah, now we're running around on a giant strawberry cake
Make a wish, Tom.
with
Ah,
gumdrops on it.
I wish all the brain scratch in the world was gone.
Saying it out loud means it'll never come true, just because the cake wants to spite you.
You ruined it.
That's fine, wishing on a random cake in the middle of a commentary was only one of my many plans. Oh, same verse. Well, second verse, same as the first. Of course, the verse would be the same if it was the first. You just gotta get a spring and bounce up to this guy.
Ooh, you're gonna get electrocuted as Mario. By the way, that's the most disturbing death I would say right now in Galaxy.
All in all, actually, I would say that this is actually easier than the one that you do with B Mario. If only because, yeah, it's you move around, well, uncontrollably though it may be, you move up and down a lot faster with Spring Mario than you do with B Mario. It is harder to get hit this way.
Ah, yeah, I can see what you mean.
If you really have to avoid Spring Mario in this, it is possible to triple jump, spin jump off of the cannon. You know, the problem is just getting the timing down so that you don't accidentally get hit, but you can make it up there without using Spring Mario.
Pretty easy. Overall, it's mostly just the handling of Spring Mario and the energy bolts going hither and thither. The hardest part I found was actually getting the frigging star, as I will demonstrate here.
Oh god.
Such majestic beauty.
Also, there's a 1-up mushroom right above the star if you can get that too.
Come on. Almost there. Come on, Mario, drink your milk.
Ah, finally.
There we go.
We'll see you guys next time, where we finish off Toy Time Galaxy. See you then.